Good morning. I'm going to talk about magnesium quickly, a little video. I don't think a lot of people see when I have clients come in and I talk to them about what's going on with them or any recommend any supplements or whatever that they should be taking for any of their health imbalances or things that they're dealing with. I almost always, and I apologize, but I almost always forget to mention, oh, and are you taking magnesium? Because to me, taking magnesium is like oxygen and water. It's not even something you think about, you just do. And it really, that's one of the elements that requires your body to live every day. You need oxygen, can't live without it. You need water, you're made up of it. You need magnesium for how the cells communicate, how they work, how your digestion is, how your brain functions. You need magnesium almost more than any mineral in the body, because magnesium is also a type of electrolyte and salt too. So you need that as well. Main things that start to happen in your system when you have a magnesium deficiency that people will kind of turn an eye to, or a twitching eye to, is when your eyes start switching. When your eyes start switching, you're talking to somebody and all you get to feel is that little thing. That's usually calcium, magnesium, one or the other, that your body's low on. Leg cramps, Charlie horses, the restless legs at night is a lack of magnesium. Restlessness in the legs is usually a magnesium malate deficiency. Remember, there's also different types of magnesium. So they also do different things. We have a magnesium blend called Magnesium 3 and Triple Mag. And what that is the three most abundant, important types that'll kind of knock out any ailment your body's suffering with before it begins. Citrate, malate, and oxide. Citrate works on a lot of the organs and the glands in the body. The malate works on more of the muscles and the restlessness. And oxide is like nitric oxide. It puts that back into your bowel and your stomach. So that's used mainly, for any magnesium deficiencies, but mainly for constipation or when the bowel's not really moving the way you want it to. Magnesium oxide is something that people can take 3 or 4 of and go to the bathroom, no problem. Hypertension, your blood pressure, everything. Even though we get anxious and stressed all the time, if the rhythm of the heart with AFib or anything like that goes off, one of the very first things, if someone calls me up and goes, my heart's skipping a beat and I'm not in love, what's happening? It's magnesium. Take some magnesium. It'll lower the amount of the pressure of through the arteries of the vein, the blood's coming out. Relax it, because the number one thing we need to remember when it comes to magnesium is known as nature's sedative. It is a relaxant. And some people have a fear about that. I've actually had clients mention, and that's normal. Fear is part of life. Where they think that because of that, if they take too much magnesium, it'll slow all the muscles down and the heart will go to a slow beat or the kidneys will stop functioning. And that is farthest thing from the truth. The most common thing that would happen if you take too much magnesium is you get a wicked pain in your stomach and then you'd be sitting on the toilet for a few minutes till that clears. That's about it. So you got to watch, obviously, the amount of anything you take, because you can drink too much water, even though you're made of it. Everything's in moderation. But magnesium also helps. There were studies done, and this is true, look it up, that the link of magnesium, or the lack of magnesium, is for the neurons in the brain and how it's firing with each other. So they've done studies where supplementing with a magnesium supplement has been more beneficial to treat depression, anxiety, bipolar, than a lot of the actual just serotonin inhibiting drugs that they put you on that basically just make you not feel at all. Feeling very, very crappy in life at certain times, nobody wants that when they go through it. It's one of the worst things in the world, but that's still better than feeling nothing at all. So when you take magnesium or other minerals, it'll balance it out quicker. But these little things that people start to experience, that they just go, oh, I must have slept wrong, which you can, but if that continues daily, it's more than just sleeping wrong. So all those leg cramps or Charlie horses, the twitching of the skin, the eye, the nose twitches, your heart, or you feel that tension and you gotta almost feel like you want to rip up your rib cage a bit just because the muscles are all tense and tight. It's a lack of magnesium. Headache, magnesium. All these things that the body needs. If you take magnesium, a little bit a day, an average standard size capsule will come in a 500 milligram dosage. And there's people that once you reach 16 years of age, they take 4 a day, no problem whatsoever. Like I said, you have a little bit of the scoots, you cut down, and then that goes back to normal. But I know when people travel, constipation is a very big factor because they're in a new setting, new environment, and everything kind of gets tight. And remember, magnesium is the relaxing factor. So you take a bunch of magnesium, 10 a day if you need to, boom, until it goes out. The thing with that though is a misconception about a lot of things when it comes to certain nutrition is, well, if I keep taking magnesium all the time, or I take any mineral all the time, am I going to become dependent on it? And it's no. You're not dependent on water. You need it to live. There's certain things that if you take, that'll override the function of a body. Like if you take a laxative for months on end to years on end, eventually, yes, because the muscles of the bowel get lazy and go, why do we even have to pulsate anymore? Because this guy takes this every day and it just does the job for us. Perfect. Vacation, permanent. That can cause dependency on certain things. But when you take the right mineral at the right time that your body's just lacking because it's needed in the DNA of the cells in your system, you're only supplementing it so that that function of the body can work properly and you do not become dependent on it. Like magnesium, you need it every single day. B12, all these things, vitamin C, vitamin D, these are all needed daily for all these things. So you don't become dependent on it. But magnesium every day will go a long way for just even people's mood and status like that. Yeah, this is just a little bit of a informational video about magnesium and why it's very important that if you look into your herb cupboard right now and you don't have a good form of magnesium, the next time you're in the city or at a health food store or doing something, that's the one thing you should be picking up. And even with children, you get liquid magnesium. It really helps them sleep if they're tossing and turning at night, or if their bum hurts when they're sleeping because they've fallen so many times throughout the day or have nightmares. Liquid magnesium is one of the first things you can do to relax and put everything back on track. So if you're not already, give yourself a good thought about taking some magnesium. Have a good day.